All right, folks, so this is your homework help video for your homework that looks like this. We're doing some equations with variables on both sides. I'm hoping to be able to do 3 or 4 examples for you on this video. Please be sure to watch the online lesson first. I think that will help you to get those 5 skills that we need in order to be able to solve any of these. I do want to, as well, just remind you that you have 2 assignments this week. One of your assignments is that homework right there. All right, you got to do all the problems. I think there's 16 of them. I am providing answers for you guys on the hub as well. And then the other assignment is a Flipgrid where I get to see your pretty face on a video where you're choosing one of these problems, any of them here that you see. All right, you choose one of those problems, you solve it for me, and explain using as many of those math vocabulary terms as you can. Okay, all right, so let's choose a few of these to do. I'll start with number 1. Okay, so -3 plus 5a equals 4a minus 10. Okay, so the first thing that we usually do is we look for the distributive property. I don't see any parentheses in this problem, so I don't think I'm going to have to do the distributive property at all. The next thing I look for is combining like terms. So I'm going to look at each side of the equal sign and say, hey, is there anything I can put together? This is a number, this is a variable, so I cannot put those 2 terms together, so that's going to be done. And then these 2 as well, say different types of terms, not like terms. This one has a's, this one does not. I can't put those together. Okay, so that means I'm just moving on to step 3. Step 3 is to put all of the variables on one side of the equation. So I've got 5a here and 4a's here. I need to get rid of the a's on one of the sides of the equation. I'm making a 0, totally getting rid of all of those a's, so there are 4 of them. I subtract all of them away. In order to keep my equation equal, I have to do that to both sides. Okay, so now my new equation looks like this. I'm going to have -3. 5 minus 4 is 1, so I'm just going to call that plus a, right? Because we know that you don't have to write 1a, it can just be a. And then what's left over here is -10. Okay, excellent. All right, step 4 is to get all the numbers onto the other side. All right, so I'm going to add 3 to both sides. I'm doing that because I need, if I've got the variables on the left side, I have to have the numbers on the right side. So I have to get rid of the numbers on the same side as the a. So that's going to go away. So so I'm left with just a on this side, which is good. -10 plus 3 is going to leave me with -7. Use your calculator for that if you have trouble with the positive and negative adding, right? So anyway, we're left with a equals -7. Now step 5 is usually to divide by the number in front of a, but here we don't have a number in front of a, so this is our answer right here. A is equal to -7. Okay, not too bad. All right, now let's see if we can find one that's maybe a little bit more difficult. That was sort of a simple one. Let's see. Maybe I will do number 9 next. All right, so I'm going to do 3 of these problems. I've got 1 in there. So let's do this next one. Next one I'm going to do is number 9. So it says -13 plus n plus 5 plus 6 equals 5 plus 4n minus 4. Okay, so definitely this is going to be a problem where we're going to be focusing on sort of the combining like terms. I think that's going to be a big thing for us on this one. So combining like terms, we don't have any distributive property to worry about on this problem. So we're going to jump straight into step 2, which is to combine like terms. So we don't cross the equal sign when we combine like terms. All right, so I've got a -13, a 5, and a 6. All right, so on this side, I've got 3 numbers that I can combine into one number. 5 and 6 makes 11. 11 and -13 makes -2. All right, so we've got -2. Don't forget that this n is still here. So I took the 3 numbers and I combined them into a -2. and I've got the n still there. All right, let's do the same thing on the other side. The other side, a little bit simpler. Here's my n's. I don't have any other n's to combine that with, but I can combine the 5 and the -4. 5 minus 4 is 1, so I'm going to call this 4n plus 1. Okay, so now for step 3, get all of the variables onto one side of the equation. Get all the variables onto one side of the equation. We have the right side and the left side. Both sides have an n, so I need to put the n's from one side to the other. So I'm going to get rid of that n. All right, n minus n makes 0. I like that, so that leaves me with -2 on this side. Subtract the n from this side as well. You'll notice that on whenever I'm either adding or subtracting something from both sides, you'll notice that it sort of lines up here, right? So like subtracting 4a, adding 3, subtracting 1n from both sides. It's good to line it up that way. That way you know you're doing that operation to both sides. 4n minus n is 3n plus 1. Okay, now step 4 is to move all the numbers to the other side. So if we move the letters this way, we got to move the numbers this way. So I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. All right, again, you see I'm doing it from both sides there. So this makes 0, so I'm left with a 3n on this side. And then on this side, -2 minus 1 is -3. Okay, final step here, step 5. This time we do have to do that. Divide by 3 on both sides. You only divide at the very end. All right, a lot of folks try to divide, throughout this process as we're combining like terms and as we're moving stuff. That's all addition and subtraction. We don't divide until the end. Don't divide until the end. All right, so divide by 3, that makes 1, so I'm left with n. And then -3 divided by 3 is -1. So our answer, number 9, is n equals -1. Okay, so that's your homework help video. If you need any more help, please come to office hours. I will be having office hours on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of this week. So please stop by and check out those office hours. Again, if you're looking to find the office hours, you can find those on the hub page, which I'm getting pulled up right now. Go to courses, find either Algebra 1 or Algebra 1 Spring, depending on which class you're in. And it's on the right side of your page. On the right side of your page here in the office hours box, and you just click those links to join. All right. I do think that in week 8, which will be next week, I do think I'm going to require you to stop by an office hour just to say hello for a quick, easy 100 grade. I just want to make sure that everybody knows how to access the office hours and knows how to get there just in case they do need the help. So I probably will make it required next week, but this week, it's only if you need help. So 2 things you're doing this week. Make sure that you're solving your homework questions, all right? And then also make sure that you are doing your Flipgrid video. So check the hub for that link. You won't see it up here just yet. I'm working on it over here right now, but you are going to do that Flipgrid video. So make sure you join and do the Flipgrid assignment. And that's all due Friday at noon. Okay, love you guys. Talk to y'all later.